Hello and welcome to the very first Kirklees Crime Time. This is a programme where we'll be asking for your help in solving crimes and keeping you up to date with what's going on in your area. First, we have our Crimecast, which gives you an overview of your area over the last month. So in Dewsbury, personal possessions and televisions have been the most targeted items in burglaries in this particular area. There have been 4 vehicles stolen, 2 recovered, but many offences have been committed by snapping the Europrofile locks, with 2 using the melting burn method. Also, insecure doors have featured often. The rest were kicking door panels or forced or smashed windows. Also, theft from motor vehicles. There has been a decrease in the Dewsbury area of theft of motor vehicles, but we have seen a trend of 9 incidents where registration plates have been stolen. The other offences involve vehicles being broken into in a variety of different ways, from insecure vehicles to smash and grabs through the windows, and some by unknown means. In the Batley and Spen area, burglary has increased slightly, also in Liversedge and Cleckheaton and Heckmanwike. This is the busiest area in Kirklees at the moment. There's an overnight pattern of offences that have been committed, particularly between the hours of midnight and 4 o'clock in the morning. The majority of these break-ins have been via snapping the Europrofile locks and letterbox hook keys, where a device has been used to hook the key through the letterbox. Otherwise, 7 forced doors or windows and 4 insecure entries have been done. Laptops have been targeted, along with iPads, handbags, PlayStations and car keys. 6 vehicles were also stolen. So far, there have been 4 persons arrested for these offences. In the Newsham area, there's been an increase in arson offences, most noticeably domestic bin fires. We'd like you to make sure that if this happens to you, that you report it to the police as soon as possible. There's been a slight increase in theft from motor vehicles in the Greenhead Ward area. Common items that have been taken have been sat-navs. And the days it usually happens on is a Monday and a Friday at approximately 10 o'clock. And the most common way to enter a vehicle seems to be by simply smashing the windows. The most common items that have been taken are sat-navs and route finders. Huddersfield Rural. Burglaries in the Colne Valley and Holme Firth area have seen a slight increase. The peak times are around 2 o'clock in the afternoon and 6 o'clock at night. Personal items have been taken, also computer equipment, including Xbox 360s, Sony PS4s, laptops and tablets have been taken. House and car keys also. All types of methods to gain entry have been used, including, again, Europrofile locks being damaged. The removal of beading and forcing doors of windows. Now, 5 of these are what we call 2-in-1 offences, where vehicles have also been targeted. Some of these crimes were committed by snapping the Europrofile lock, and 2 by removing the beading, and in one particular case, the alarm was disabled. Theft of motor vehicles. There has been a very slight increase in theft of motor vehicles in the Holme Valley area. That is actually one of the highest affected areas. Now, there's not been any repeat types of vehicles were taken at all. However, 4 were vans. Now, 8 out of the 11 have either been recovered or involved in another accident. Theft from motor vehicles. Now, this has decreased in the area. Now, the Golco area has seen the most, and that's happened primarily on a Monday to Friday times. The peak time for these offences has been between 9 p.m. and 7 a.m. in the morning. There have been 9 offences within the Golco locality, followed closely by 7 in the Longwood area. Stolen property includes laptops, debit cards, machinery and tools, mobile phones and sat-navs. Only 4 of the theft from motor vehicles involve vans. The rest are all cars. Now, there's no emerging MO. However, it has been noted a number of vehicles have been insecure. Okay, moving on to crime prevention. Now, as the dark nights creep in this winter, I now want to look at certain crime patterns and some tips and advice to help prevent you from becoming a victim of crime. Now, this month, we'll be focusing on burglary. Europrofile locks. These locks have featured heavily in the burglaries this month. Now, older Europrofile locks are susceptible to snapping, so it's a good idea to check what kind of locks you have. Newer locks have anti-snapping properties, and the good news is that they're very simple to change and it does not involve much work. So why don't you have a check to see what kind of locks you have? If you're not sure, contact your local locksmith. Doors and windows are also being left open and they're an easy target for burglars. Make sure that you close them all and lock them if you can. Try and get into a routine of checking everything before you go out to bed, or even if you're hanging washing out in the back garden. Vehicles have been left insecure. Now, these are also very easy targets for thieves, so try and keep them locked and take all your valuables out. Even leaving change in the centre console can make you a target, so keep things out of sight. Well, it's a Christmas season, and as many people will have lots of presents wrapped and be ready to go out to friends and families, but try and keep them out of sight. The boxes for all those wonderful gifts can also show a thief what's in your home. So make sure that you keep them out of sight and collapse and put them into your recycle bin if possible.